So what is going on, people? Welcome to the Sheffield Wednesday career mode here on EFC 24. I hope you're doing well. And well, sorry for the break. I was on another stag do this weekend just gone, and I didn't have time to pre-record, so that's why there was a gap last week. But I do apologise. No more holidays. I've got too many friends. That's not brag. It's just I'm all stagged out now. I can't, at this age, drinking alcohol for more than 3 days or more in a row is just not feasible for me. But if you are looking forward to this episode, make sure you pop a like on there for me, subscribe to the channel. And well, today, as you can see, we sit in 12th position. We are just about to tick over into the new year. But if we have a look at how the league looks at this moment in time, as we said, we're sitting 12th, almost halfway through, and we're building a bit of a gap now. 9 points clear of Southampton in 18th spot. And if we look further up the league, I mean, we're only 6 points off of Europe. Could we dare to dream? But it's still a long way to go this season. But we're starting to turn things around, you know. To start the season, we were picking up results against the stronger teams and not against the teams around us. But now we're doing the opposite. We're picking up results against teams around us, although last episode was an interesting one. But we're, you know, still, like, for example, it's December and we finally lost to one of the big teams, that being Spurs. That's not a bad run. But last episode, we started with a 2-0 win against Norwich, who are rock bottom. We then just got absolutely slapped by Fulham. There was just, I don't know what happened in that game. They just completely outplayed us. Just one of those games you've just got to take your medicine. But then we come back with that, with a 5-2 win against who were then league leaders Arsenal. So it's an interesting one for us at this moment in time. But today we start with a trip to Anfield with a post-Christmas game. We then have just the small matter of a Sheffield derby on New Year's Eve. That is the home tie. And then Southampton at home to finish the episode. We will be entering the month of January. There will be movement certainly out. If we can bring some players in, that would be ideal. But yeah, that is what is to come for sure in this episode. So without any further ado then, let me just reacquaint myself with this squad and then we'll make the trip to Anfield. So for the first game of the episode then, this is how our host Liverpool line up. Alisson in goal. A back four of Di Lorenzo, Vandenberg, Anderson Arroyo and Milos Kerkez. So again, is it the case of a big team underestimating us? Although it's good growth from Vandenberg, to be fair, at 77. Front Kessie is holding with Gravenberch and Thiago ahead of him. Salah on the right. Fati leading the line with Son on the left. So still plenty going forward. But yeah, on the defensively is maybe where you can get out. Gakpo is there. He's good rating. Carvalho. Van Dijk is there. Jota Szoboszlai. So he's not a bad little regen. Yeah, I think it's definitely a case of they are taking us lightly. We are going with our usual lineup. So that's Cooper in goal, Patterson, Cannon, Alvarez and Perez, who in real life looks to be moving to Burnley actually. Pugstas and Hughes in the middle, Scott on the right, Barrios on the left, Franca in behind our number 9, Fernino. So again, another interesting test this one. Be interesting to see how we get on against one of the bigger sides in the division, of course. But plenty of attacking prowess for Liverpool. But like we said, they could be taking us for granted, so we need to take advantage of that. Is Barrios going to... Oh, he's actually won that ball back there, to be fair. Pugstas, Will Hughes. Oh, just no room to really manoeuvre around this Liverpool penalty area. But Pugstas has lost his man. Hughes. Could there be a little ball in there? Could. And Franca is in behind. And Franca, well, that was fairly simple. And inside 7 minutes, Sheffield Wednesday have a lead away at Anfield. And ahead in front of the Kop, Franca has just absolutely lashed that one. Turned his man on a sixpence. I should have gone the opposite corner, really. But I don't know why I've lashed that near post. But Alisson well beaten. It's ended up in the back of the net anyway. And that is a superb start. I wonder why FIFA has changed this way, because it seemed like they had fixed that problem in a sense of, you know, the AI like taking you for granted, like we said. and sort of putting out a much sort of lesser side. I guess, in real life, it would maybe be a thing against newly promoted teams, but then it became a real issue, like FIFA 21-22 last year. They seemed to have fixed it. Because if you remember when we were doing sort of Barnsley series of years gone by, as Thiago's in the middle now, and that's superb defending by Reggie Cannon. The Barnsley series of years gone by, you could go to Man City or United or even Liverpool, whatever, and quite easily come away and score like 4 and win like 4-1 or something. But last year very much seemed to fix that problem. There's a gap in it, and Pukstas is in. And Pukstas, it's a good save. Should have taken it closer to goal, but I thought Alisson would commit. He seemed to have Lego hair there, Alisson, interestingly. But yeah, so I don't know what the mentality change is, if that's something that's changed like in the coding or just... Yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't really know too much about how video games are made. But interesting. Nevertheless, we will happily profit from it. And that's a superb tackle from Will Hughes. And I'm not going to complain in the slightest. I'm moving it about superbly well. And it's a good strike. And I'm not too sure. It's Fatty, of course, who's playing up front for them. And just one touch to stop the ball dead. Picked his spot and found it superbly. Cannot contend with how quickly they're passing the ball in the middle of midfield. And it's not even a case of the defenders have gone walkies. It's just one touch to set himself. He knows where he wants to put it. Accurate, precision finishing. Cooper's never getting there in a million years. And that's the flip side of these sorts of games. You can take advantage maybe defensively of the arrogance, but you still have to contend with the quality going forward. Liverpool have that in abundance, and that showed quite clearly in that finish, and it's 1-1. Great spin, and now Fatty is away. Pukstas trying to go back at him, out to Di Lorenzo. Lovely footwork, he's got past his man, and it's going to be a ball to Ansu Fati, and they're the sort of goals on FIFA that you can't defend. But in less than 10 minutes, Liverpool turn this first half around, and Fati's going to go all the way over to Jurgen Klopp and celebrate. But just a little, as soon as the man gets in the channel and he's 2-on-1, you commit the centre-back, and that's it. The striker's got all the goal in the world to aim at. It's a lovely finish again from Ansu Fati. And this arrogance has dissipated very quickly. Talking too much smack, and we've been punished it. Scholes got the ball here though in an attacking position. He finds Fernandinho. He'll have the strike. And it's just the wrong side of the post. I don't know whether it was on target. Alisson would have made the save, but he was quite sort of, slow in his reaction almost. But yeah, just from a Sheffield Wednesday point of view, just the wrong side of the post. But we found the gap there. Hopefully some more of those can appear in the second half. But credit to Liverpool. As soon as they went down, in terms of scoreline, we barely got the ball. But Nino is in here, and Fernandinho is in behind. Oh my word, he's hit the underside of the bar. So unfortunate. I was just literally saying, we've barely had a chance since scoring our opening goal. And Fernandinho had just cut apart the Liverpool defence there. Gone all that way by himself. Looked sure to finish. And he's hit the underside of the bar, and that's lovely footwork from Di Lorenzo. Lovely play, and Salah in the area. And again, Fati is there. Similar sort of goal, and Fati has completed his hat-trick. Just ripping us apart defensively. Liverpool, not too much we can do about it, really. Just playing the way they need to get the win and exploit us defensively. But again, the little ball roll always sells me when the AI do a little ball roll. Cooper may be a little bit frustrated to be beaten in his near post, but Fatty's hit that with such power from quite close in. Not really a lot you can do there. It's 3-1 and it's probably game over. Lovely play from Liverpool. And Kirkes is away into the centre. Gravenberch, and that is a superb finish. Ryan Gravenberch has really grown well in this career mode. 85 rated now. Is more than worthy of a starting spot in this Liverpool central midfield, but Again, that's just a superb finish, much similar to Fatty's first. Stopped the ball dead, picked his spot. Lovely attacking run from Kirkes as well. And just finds, yeah, it's an absolute arrow into the bottom corner. There's little that Cooper can do, and it definitely is game over now. Salah, Vandenberg, it's into the area. Van Dijk, it's fallen to him again. That one's fortunate, but it is 5 for Liverpool. Van Dijk completes the route. And, well, you wouldn't think that we started this game really well, would you? Inside 7 minutes, 1-0 to the good. And we've just fallen apart here. Fair play to Liverpool. Their attacking play has been just... I can't contend with it. There's nothing I could... Well, very little I could have done against some of their play. Oh, my word. But, yeah, we're just going to need to move on in this one. There goes the full-time whistle. And, yeah... all the confidence I had at the start of this episode, and indeed the start of this game, wiped away very quickly. Sheffield United picking up a win over Arsenal as well, which makes the derby even more juicy. Interesting, but a massive game that we have to put in a much better performance in next time round. Right, press conference ahead of the derby, and I think it makes sense, to be perfectly honest. So let's go ahead. Are your boys ready for the game? We'll play the game, not the occasion. Always fairly simple answers to give in games like these. We need to keep our heads on, not let things affect us too much. Can this team keep it going? There's a good spirit in the squad. Absolutely, good spirit in the sky as well. If you know, you know. Yeah, were you signing him on before deadline day? Well, it's not even January yet. So, I would like a stronger squad. I won't lie. I think there's players that we've potentially outgrown already that are in our squad. So, yeah, I'll definitely be looking to invest in January. I think we've got about 20-25 million in the coffers. Of course, offers may come in. Just looking at that squad. We might have to look at making maybe a change. I'll have a look at that. In terms of the kit choices, yeah, they can play in the yellow. Why not? That's fine. Right. In terms of fitness, I'm actually happy with that in terms of fitness. Oh, Cooper's finally grown up to 76 as well. Didn't even notice that. Barrios up to 77. Patterson up to 79 as well. So that's good to see. Right. Derby Day. Let's get it. So on Derby Day, on New Year's Eve, this is how our visitors from across the city line up. Altai Bayandere in goal. Not too bad. They're playing a back six, of course. George Bullock on the right, Egan, Biol, Vinny Souza playing centre-half, and Max Lowe on the left with Ollie Norwood in the defensive midfield spot. Azalani is a good signing for them in the middle of the park next to Gustavo Hamer. And then Giuliano Simeone partners Cameron Archer up top, who's caused us some problems. Got Luca Dina in there as well. And Cameron Archer, of course, causing us some problems in the past. But, yeah, Biol's having a... or did have, sorry, before his country's exit, a very good Euros with Slovenia, I want to say. So he's probably got a few eyes on him now, the young centre-half. But yeah, hopefully, we are unchanged. Hopefully, we can break this down and give our fans another reason to celebrate on New Year's. But we're going to need an almighty response from that game against Liverpool, but this one hopefully should be a fair bit simpler, although Archer is at the early strike and Cooper down low to his right to make the save, strong hand to push it around the corner. An early doors, Sheffield United giving us some problems. We need to get to that, and we do. And Barrios meets that. Can he get round Bulldog? He can. And now the race is on. Barrios against Bulldog. And well, there's only one winner there. Can he get past Max Lowe as well? It looks like he might do. Gonna have to cut this one back. There's men on the edge though, and one of them is Fernandinho. It's a lovely block. That was certainly heading goal bound. Patterson on the overlap. Can we get a ball in? That's poor from the fullback. Now Hughes Scov needs to make a run. He didn't. Fernandinho was, but by the time we'd realised that, the ball was already out of Hughes' feet. But Perez has come across superbly well, although Hughes has been robbed of the ball. Oh, and he's done superbly well there. Simeone, and he's rattled the post. Skipped past each centre-backs like they weren't even there. maybe took the shot too soon, but it was a lovely strike. And unfortunately for United, he's rattled the post there. Barrios has done well. Hughes into Pukstas now. He's got some space to run into Pukstas. He's just overrun it. I thought Skov was going to peel, but he just tried to let him go past, but ran into him more or less. But that is the half-time whistle. Fairly even, it must be said. I think Sheffield United have definitely had a better chances. We probably controlled the ball a little bit better, but there just needs to be a bit of a spark, a little bit of something, just to create that opportunity for us. Oh, no. Substitution for each side, but for us, Jasper Asprilla is coming on for Will Hughes. He is absolutely knackered. What is that? It's the centre-half who's just absolutely clattered Fernandinho, who's got his head on it. I want to know how this is going in, to be honest. It's just a little dink, header right at the edge of the area. Defenders, Cooper and the defender have a lot of explaining to do for that. But out of nothing, somehow, Sheffield United have a lead in this game. And that is absolutely ridiculous as far as we're concerned. As Bulldog makes his way off. And Luca Digne is coming on. It's a great ball in. And BL has a second. I'm less angry at conceding a goal like that because it's just a well-worked set piece. But considering my head's already fallen off, it's just so frustrating. But there goes the final whistle. 2-0 is to United on our own soil. This one hurts. It really does hurt, even for me, not being a Sheffield Wednesday fan. Well, there's going to be a bit of a reshuffle now because as it ticks over, as you will see, players will be leaving. Villa want us to be the manager. Thanks for the offer, but we're going to say no. Fredericks. That's an end of season then. So why has he joined them now? Fredericks has apparently gone to Burnley. Osborne's gone to PSV. Leave Davis to Sevilla. Afori to Al Ittihad. Buonel has gone to Besiktas. So we need to look at the squad. I don't understand why Fredericks has gone already. Let's have a look at this squad then and see what needs changing. But we have decent wedge in the bank balance, so we can make moves here. I wouldn't be surprised if I go and make some moves early doors. So I'll be with you in, well, obviously I'll cut straight to the action, but let me go and work some stuff out. Oh. First new signing then, well, with the Afori leaving, we only had Michael Cooper, and well, we have brought in James Trafford. Now, might seem a bit of a dumb move in a way, because him and Cooper, both fairly young in terms of goalkeepers, both similar ratings. Trafford is actually a few years younger than Cooper, and I don't know, I like James Trafford in real life. Obviously, you know, suffered with this season with Burnley, but has got a lot of potential. So I think it's just a very good move. It was a bit expensive, cost us about £18 million to get him in, but it's certainly just great to have another good goalkeeper on the book. So really happy with this signing, and could be our number one for the rest of the save, really. Who knows? And with the other players going, we were left a bit short defensively. So I have brought to the club Christian Mosquera, who I believe is a youngster at Valencia, but in this save, we've actually just signed him from Notts Forest. 21-year-old, can play centre-back, can also play right-back. He costed about £10.5 million. Has already played 9 games, not had the best of times. But as you can see, physically, is decent. Jumping is an absolute monster, but has got decent technicals as well. You know, decent in the pass, very good stand tackle as well. Just the decent stats you need to be a defender, but can also grow with us. Only 21, so lots of young players in the squad, but yeah, just more defensive cover for us, really. So that is it at the moment. Obviously, I haven't advanced. We are still on the 1st of January, but 2 more moves in terms of players to the club. So Trafford we will probably start in this next game and see how he fares up against Southampton. Mascara, I think, will just be a bench player for us for the time being, as we continue that back partnership, that centre-back partnership of Alvarez and Cannon. But yeah, very good cover to have. We have about 13 million left in the bank, plenty of wages. So if there's moves to be done, then we will. But it's probably going to be a sell to buy situation this January, I'd imagine. Right, for the final game of the episode then, this is our visitors Southampton lineup. Bazunu in goal, back for Bree, Bella, Kotchap, Stevens and Manning, with Nardoni holding. Must be a new addition, looks fairly decent. Sanson and Smallbone in the middle, Musi on the right, Armstrong through the middle, Silamana on the left. Musi, I know, caused us serious problems in the last game. Not too much on the bench really, I guess, for Southampton. Samari Sahi's there. Trafford is in for us. Usual back four. We've made a couple of changes. I'm going to give Asprey a run in the middle of the park now, ahead of Will Hughes. Just feel like we could do with a bit more energy in there. And Preveda has come in ahead of Skov, who's lacking fitness, as is Nino. So Cantero is there. New boy Mascara is on the bench for us, but this is a game we certainly need to be picking up some points in. If we don't really want to be losing 3 from 3, but yeah, we need to start this new year with some points. Perez to whip this one in. Much better corners in this game, it feels like, so far already, but Southampton have dealt with that corner. Lovely challenge from Esprit, and now it is Perez. Can he feed Pukstas? He can. Rokas Pukstas. It looks like he's onside, and indeed he is. The American from central midfield has given us the lead, and it's arguably a deserved lead. Both teams with chances early doors in this game, but we have certainly looked the more threatening, got in behind on a couple of occasions. Perez has done superbly well to hold on to the ball there. Thought he might have just delayed slightly too long in getting the pass away, but Pukstas just managed to time the run, and the pass was played just in the nick of time. A nice sort of, had to get his body round it to get the angle to put it in the far corner. But a lovely, lovely start to this game, and we lead at home, but we led at Liverpool, so we're not going to, especially with play like that, we're not going to count our chickens just yet, as we like to say, but defensively looking a bit more responsible now. Franca and Barrios could be in behind, and he is indeed. Got the better of Bella Kotchap. Barrios, oh, and it's Bazunu to the save again, or to the rescue, I should say, with that save. But yeah, I mean, I was not going to lie, I was just waiting for the defender to commit, and then I was going to slide in Cantero for the finish, but he never did, and the then opportunity presented itself for Barrios to have the strike, but Bazunu by that point was already bearing down on him. I just tried to lift it over him, but Bazunu is like a man possessed so far in this game. That's a nice piece of play. And Cantero desperately trying to get Frankie in behind, but we're looking a lot more energetic in this game. And he's played the ball down the line to Perez, and Frankie needed to get out of the way there. Perez, well, he's given the penalty, the referee. I wasn't even looking, but I think Bella Kotchap has come across and committed the foul. But I was just looking. I was more disappointed that the cross had been overhit, but yeah, he's kind of wiped him out after the ball's gone. You can see why it's been given. Is Franca our best penalty taker? I don't know if he is. Well, he seems to be. Alright, in that case, top left as we look at it. But Bazunu, well, has been in fine form this game, but doesn't move on this occasion. And Franca puts us 2-0 to the good. It's proving to be a very fruitful afternoon for Sheffield Wednesday. And to be honest, I was expecting Bazunu to save that. But it's a lovely penalty right in the corner. Bazunu just stands there and watches it fly into the corner. And that will be a good lead to take into half-time as long as we can hold on. We could be caught it because defenders were going on a bit of a walkies there. And Espria has done superbly well to get back there. And Franca could actually be on his own. He could well hit Mateus Franca. We'll get this one across, shall we? Oh! Cantero. Oh, and it still won't. Poveda. Oh, just tried to be sweaty. And it's not worked in the end. Almost paid dividends for us. Cantero's done really well. Oh! He's almost found himself a worldie, but almost an own goal, but for the post. Ricochet didn't quite fall in our favour. Armstrong across. Back to Sudamana though, into the area. Cuts it back. Oh, and there's a break there. Oh, and well, bit of a snapshot in the end, but Trafford alive and alert to it and makes a save. Hasn't had too much to do on his Sheffield Wednesday debut as James Trafford. But what he has had to do, that is a superb turn from Poveda, and is really well worked. And Barrios will make it 3. The sweat works on this occasion. A superbly worked goal from back to front by Sheffield Wednesday. As I was saying, Trafford, what he's had to do, he's done it well. But going forward, we have just looked absolutely unstoppable at times in this game. Poveda, superb to bring the ball down and also to win that pass. Slides it into Franca, who could quite honestly have gone on his own, but slots it across to Barrios. The unselfish thing to do. The winger gets his name on the score sheet for this game. It is 3-0. This one is done and dusted. We will have some points in this episode as Smallbone just lunges in. Southampton coming forward again here. And it's a shot again at the near post. Trafford makes a save. I think it's Sahi on as a sub. The commentary was a bit slack there because Sudamana picked the ball up from deep. I was just waiting for him to do something, and he just kept going and going and going, and then eventually got to the edge of the area. I was like, oh, okay. But McAteer could be in here. Casey McAteer, the substitute, and he will have a goal. Well, a rare appearance for Casey McAteer. But, yeah, on as a substitute, we rung the changes in these final few minutes, even giving new boy Luke Bryan, our left back, a little bit of a run out. He's keep complaining about not getting any game time. You can see Mascara there as well. But on the break, Casey McAteer, well, similar finish to Cantero a few seconds ago. Say a few seconds ago in video it will be. But this time he actually manages to hit the target. So, yeah, good finish from McAteer. Nice to see. It's his first goal as well. Only his 6th game. It's not been the best start to him, to be fair. But he has joined, young. He has come in at a tough time for him, to be fair. He's just been absolutely balled off the ball there. But that is going to be it. A 4-0 win. Very convincing indeed. Completely different to the first 2 games. But I think Southampton are struggling this season. But that was a much better performance. Maybe that gives me, we took out Nino. And I know Cantero's not much quicker. But Skov not being in there, who knows? But it's finally good to see he's happy now. He's had a bit of game time. But that was a very convincing win. And as you can see, up next, FA Cup action against my dearly beloved Reading. But let's have a look at the Premier League table as it stands. We've actually moved up a place despite only picking up 3 points in this episode. Southampton, as you can see, are down there. So we are 7 points clear of relegation. So we're actually closer to relegation in terms of points than we were at the start of the episode, despite moving up a spot. But we are over halfway through the season now. Only 2 draws this season, which is wild. So yeah, 7 points at Norwich. Bless them, really struggling. In terms of looking upwards, 7 points to Europe again. So it's just a very middling season. But if you'd have offered me at the start of the season, am I happy to have a bang average season and finish mid-table? I would have bitten your hand off. That is for sure. Right, in terms of what is to come in the next episode then, I don't really know. As you can see, that's what the finances are looking at the moment. 13 million in the bank. We are sending scouts out. How much we'll be able to do with 13 million remains to be seen. Calendar-wise, well, only 1 game, Premier League game that is, for the month of January, which is interesting. My plan was to sim the Reading game, and I still intend to. So I guess what we'll do is sim Reading, play Palace. Obviously, if we get through the cup, then that will have another game. And then otherwise, it's, well, United and Brighton. So, we'll call it on the fly, but we'll definitely have, I would imagine, Palace and United in the next episode. Maybe not Brighton, depending on how things work. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I certainly have. Movements in, movements out. Some unfortunate results, but a good way to finish the episode. And well, I hope you're looking forward to the rest of this January window and what it could bring. I'm anticipating some big offers, but we'll have to wait and see. For now, guys, if you have enjoyed it, as I said, pop a like on there. Subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next one.